Hello to everyone watching this who is about to go on an amazing trip or vacation. How lucky you are. And also hello to everyone who is watching this just because you have nothing better to do. Also a great reason to watch. So a hidden cost that most people don't think about when they're planning for their trips or vacations are the souvenirs that they're gonna buy and bring back with them. I really love souvenirs. I really like souvenirs, but I think that I usually waste a lot of money on them and I could get other things that are just as cool and even more meaningful, but cost a bit less, so I don't waste so much money when I'm traveling. So I'm gonna share those tips with you guys, the ones I've come up with, because you need to know, you need to save some money and you need to get things that will remind you of your travels forever. So let's go. My number one tip is to choose something that you want to collect. So if you're going to different countries, this means getting one of that thing from every country. And if you're going to one country and different cities within it, then you can get something from each city that you go to. So examples of these things would be like postcards or pins, or like if you really love socks, you could get socks in every country you go to, like a different one that will remind you of that country. Or I know people who like to get earrings in every country, that's really fun. Or even like snow globes, like anything you want. Tiny little spoons, you can collect those as well. But I think that postcards or pins are a really fun way to go because then you'll have like the name of the country on there, and often it's like something fun to like display, like on your backpack or on your wall. Like I got postcards. I got a postcard in every country I went to on my last vacation or my last traveling event, which was a semester at sea. So I was on a ship, I went to 12 different countries, and in every one I got a different postcard. So this was awesome because when I got back home, I got to put all of them up on my wall and make like a display so I could remember all the places I've been, and it made me so happy to see them every morning. I can't show you that right now because it's at my dorm and I'm at my house, but I will insert a photo above my talking so you can see what I'm talking about because I love that wall so much. I think it's so cute. And this is a great way to remind yourself of all the fun you had. Also, with these objects that you're collecting, I would recommend to choose something that's not too expensive. So postcards were great because sometimes they'd be like 25 cents or like $1, but honestly, like you could get not even one from every country. You could get like 3 or 4 for like $1.50. So that'd be actually a really good way to save money, but also get meaningful souvenirs that will remind you of the places you've been. 2 more really cool ideas of things you could collect along your travels would be like an ornament from every country if you want to put it up at holiday time on a tree, so you can like look around your tree and be like, this is where I went around the world. Or I know a lot of people who like to get shot glasses in every country because you can display them and then use them if you want to have some fun. But I think that those are really cool because they're often hand painted and like a cute little display of like the country name or like the city name, and then you can use them later on too. Just get something useful. I think that that's a great way to make sure that your money is well spent. My second tip for ways to get souvenirs that are meaningful to you is to think about what the country or city that you're traveling in is known for. So I was in Poland in the port of Gdansk, and they had amber as like the main thing they were known for. So they had amber jewelry shops up and down every street, and they were so beautiful, and they had so many necklaces, and like I could not resist because it comes right out of the sea right there every winter. Like the cold like moves around all the water and the rocks, and then the amber that's down there gets shoved up to the surface and people go collect it on the beaches. So I just thought this was so cool and so unique to this place in Poland. So I got some amber earrings that I think are really pretty. Like they're really, like they're small, they weren't that expensive. Like there were other things that were literally like $3,000 and I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't do that. But if you find something that's not that expensive but is still representative of the place where you're traveling, I think that that is a great idea. I also found something similar when I was in Morocco. Apparently Morocco is one of the only places that they can make argan oil. So we were at an argan oil, like, I don't think you can call it a distillery, but it was somewhere where they produced it and like scented it with different things, and they had all these benefits listed for every different thing. So I got a bottle of argan oil and it's rose and it smells so good and it makes me think of Morocco every time that I use it. So that is just something that is, again, country specific, useful, and something that will remind me of my travels that I can use again and again. My third tip for finding meaningful souvenirs is to shop from like small little street vendors or local businesses. Support your local businesses, because a lot of times these people are the ones that actually live in the city. And I don't mean like go to like a street vendor that's selling like printed out t-shirts that all look the same and are like all over the country as well, but something unique and handmade is amazing. So if they have little carvings of like something in the city, like a little monument but like a little wooden one, that'd be really fun to get. Or I always love getting art, like prints or paintings you can put on your wall, and it'll be so beautiful to look at when they're all collected together, and it's also supporting the people who do the art in the city. For example, one of the art pieces that I have with me that was not in my dorm and left there is a painting that I got in Ghana when they saw our ship approaching and they painted it on the spot. So it's totally meaningful to me because it says Semester at Sea on it. Also, like, it was handmade right in front of me. I know it wasn't mass produced. I know that someone put work into this, and I really just think it's a really cool piece of art. So maybe look for something like that when you're traveling. And all of this handmade stuff or locally produced stuff goes for like coffee and like salsas, hot sauces, jewelry, and soaps, even soaps. Like all of that was handmade by someone that lives in the community, so it'd be great for you to purchase those. Also, when you show them to people, it'll be a way more fun story, or even if you're giving them as a gift, it'll be a way better story to tell them that you got it on the little like back alley in Croatia, instead of just saying you got it at a regular old souvenir shop. So it'll have a better story and more meaning if you get it from someone who lives in the city and made it themselves. My number 4 tip for how to get a meaningful souvenir would be to get jewelry. It does not have to be expensive. It does not even have to be from a jewelry shop. It could be someone like making it by hand on the street. And it'll be something that you can actually use and actually wear and be beautiful, and you'll wear it so often, and every time you do, it'll remind you of the place that you've been. So you don't have to spend a ton of money to do this, but it is something that will be just, I don't know, I just really like getting jewelry from places like rings or necklaces or earrings. I love earrings, and I think it is really fun to get an earring from every place that you go, a different unique one. So keep that in mind next time you're traveling. My 5th tip for how to get meaningful souvenirs on a budget that you will actually use is to get clothing. So it's really fun if you're going down a street and you see someone selling a piece of clothing that you really love, like a dress, for example. I think dresses are great to buy because they're lightweight, you can pack them up with you, and you can wear them in so many different like temperatures, climates, and I like the way dresses are flowy and cute. So this is one that I got in Spain that I saw on the street, and I just knew that I had to get it. I didn't even try it on. I was like, this is the one I need. So I wore it for the rest of my trip, which is also a great idea. Get something you can use for the rest of your trip so you're not just lugging around like extra weight with you. But I think that dresses are a really fun way to go because you can wear them. You'll always think of the place that you were in when you're wearing them. Another example would be like scrunchies or headbands, things that you'll wear, things that you can use. I have some of these from Ecuador. I have so many of them. I gave so many of them as gifts, but I think that they're so cute. So it's definitely something that I think is worthwhile purchasing. And my last tip for finding something that is meaningful for you when you're looking for souvenirs and to find something that you'll actually use is to balance out the number of decorations you have and the number of useful things. So I think that the only thing that I collected a lot of that are for decoration are my postcards, which I love, but the rest of the things that I got are useful. So I'd say like foods are great, like salsas and hot sauces, coffees, everybody likes those as gifts. And candies especially, because if you try something in a different country that you love, it'll be such a fun gift to bring it back to your family or friends and then have them try it and eat it with them and bring back a part of the country that you loved with you that you can eat, because who doesn't love to eat? That is a great souvenir and also a great gift. And then again, like clothing, I think that is also just really useful, and jewelry, because you'll actually wear it. It won't just sit in your house. So get things that you use again so you can think about the countries that you've been to even more. So those are my tips for finding souvenirs that are meaningful for you while on a budget also. So I hope that they were helpful. Let me know down below your next travel plans. I know it might not be for a while, but if you're thinking about doing a semester abroad or a semester at sea, let me know about that. And also let me know any other videos you'd like for me to make. So like and subscribe if you want, that'd be great. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.